today I'm going to be filming a review on my hair extensions, which are the Luxy Hair Extensions. I will put the link to Luxy Hair's YouTube channel and also their website in the description box. But I just thought I would do a review. I know that there are a couple of reviews already out there on these particular extensions, but I thought that I would just sort of tell you my own opinion if any of you are kind of looking to invest in buying hair extensions, or in particular these ones. So I just wanted to start off firstly with talking a little bit about the extensions, and if I keep touching my hair in this video, it's probably because I'm talking about the extensions and I'll be constantly looking at them. But I have the 160 gram set, and sorry about if you can see my natural hair, I didn't really bother to blend it in that well today, but sorry. I have the 160 gram set in the colour, I think it's 613 Bleach Blonde, and obviously these are not bleach blonde. I did have them dyed to match my hair colour, which is just like a hazelnut, chestnut kind of brown. And I have actually had these dyed before as well when I was blonde. I had them dyed from the bleach blonde to a darker sort of blonde with a few brown kind of foils in them, if that makes any sense. So if you're wondering about the colour, I did have it dyed to match my hair. So the Luxy extensions come in two kind of sets. They come in a 120 gram set, which has less wefts, and then a 160 gram set which has more. And I have the 160 gram, but before I start going on about the things that I like and dislike about the extensions, I just thought that I would tell you guys that I don't wear all of the clips. So if you're kind of thinking, oh, those hair extensions don't look that thick, I'm not wearing all of the clips. I wear one 3-clipped weft and one, the largest 4-clipped weft in the back of my head, and then I wear two of the 2-clipped wefts at the side, and then I wear two 1-clipped wefts underneath. So I don't really wear all of the wefts, which basically does kind of make them look a little bit thinner, but that's just the way that I like it personally. I don't like all of the wefts being in. So I just thought I'd mention that if you are kind of thinking that they don't really look that thick, just be aware that I'm not wearing all of the wefts. So I've written down a few points that I wanted to talk about, and I just have sort of the things that I like about the extensions and then the things that I don't like about them, and I have tried to remember everything and to kind of put everything down that I could think of, but if I do forget of something, I will put it down in the description bar. So I'm going to talk firstly about the things that I do like about the extensions. The first thing is the customer service. When I ordered these extensions, they sent me an email straight away to say that my order had been submitted. They then sent me an email saying that it had been shipped out. They then gave me tracking information. They basically just gave me everything to let me know when the extensions were going to be arriving and when they'd been shipped out and everything, which I really, really love, because I hate kind of ordering something and then being like, oh, I wonder where it is. So I really like that about their customer service. I've never had any issues in the past with this set or the other set that I purchased about a year ago when I was a darker brunette, which I don't have anymore, but I never had any issues with wanting to return them or anything like that, so I don't really know how their customer service is in regards to that. But in terms of sending away the extensions, they have really good customer service, so I do like that about them. The next thing I like about them is the length. These are 20 inches, if you can see there, so they're about that long. I think 20 inches is perfect. I think it's like the perfect length for extensions. They're not too long, so they don't look, you know, like unnatural, but they're not too short, if that makes any sense. I just think that they're the perfect length, and I really like the fact the 120 gram, which is the thinner gram size of the extensions, come in a 20-inch length as well. So that's really good. If I was to repurchase these again, I would definitely get the 120 gram set, just because I do wear less wefts. I think the 160 gram comes in a set of 9 wefts, so I would probably get the 120 just because I don't use all of wefts and it's kind of pointless having them there. But anyway, so I like the length. The next thing I like about the extensions, this is kind of something that I like but I dislike. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I find that because these extensions are 100% Remy hair, human hair, that with the darker colours, and I know this because I've had a set of, what were they, number 2 chocolate brown or number 2 dark brown. I'm not exactly what it's, I think it's number 2 dark brown. If you go onto the website, you'll be able to see. I've had a set of those, and they have colour matching technology, which basically means that even if your hair tone is a little bit off, like it's a little bit darker, a little bit lighter than the extensions, they're supposed to be able to blend really well. And for me, I find that with the dark brown extensions, even when my hair would go to a really, really dark brown, almost black, the extensions would suit. And then when my hair would fade into a more lighter brown, the extensions would still match me, and I wouldn't have to sort of think, oh, I've got to go to the hairdressers and get my hair done to match my extensions all the time. They just matched really, really well, and I really liked that about them. The thing is that I dislike about that, and I'm sort of moving on to like the things that I dislike now, but with the lighter colours, I don't find that they do that as well, because with the bleach blonde in particular, I found that I did have kind of bits of my hair, like parts of my hair did match the extensions, but overall when I put the extensions in, they were completely different colour. So I do find that that's a good thing and a bad thing. I think with the darker colours, it's easier to blend, and they do have a better colour match to your hair if your hair is dark. But if it's lighter, I would definitely kind of be a bit iffy about whether it's going to suit. And another thing that I do like about the extensions as well, and I don't know if they've done this the entire time that they've been kind of running their website, but when you get the extensions, they come with one of the wefts outside of the packet so that you can hold it up to your hair and kind of match it in. And I think that's really good because you can't really see the colour in a packet, and even though they put like the how to match your hair extensions like videos on their YouTube channel and on their website, you can't really tell over a computer whether or not it's going to match you. So I really like the fact that they have like one of the wefts outside of the packet so that you can match it to your hair. I think that's really necessary basically. So now I'm going to move on to the things that I dislike. There are quite a few things that I dislike about the extensions, but I'm just being completely honest. And first of all, I was not sent these extensions either. I did buy them. They're $139.95, I think, for the 160 gram set. I think they're about $120 or $110 for the 120 gram. I'm not exactly sure, but you can go check it out on the website. So the first thing I dislike is that there's not really a lot of colour variety. When you go on to their website, they've actually introduced, I think, 2 new colours, but I'm not exactly sure. The colour variety is not really that amazing. I don't know, they just, if you have sort of one shade of hair, you'll be fine. I'm pretty sure. Like, they have, you know, really dark colours to really light colours and in between. But still, I don't think they have an amazing selection. Like with my hair in particular, my hair's like a chestnutty sort of hazelnut brown. I think that their lightest brown has a bit of a red tinge in it, which mine doesn't really. So that's something that's kind of a bit disappointing. I don't really think they have an extensive colour range. And also, if you're somebody that has highlights or foils or multi-tonal hair, you are going to have difficulty because they don't really have hair extensions that have highlights or have foils in them. They're all one colour. So if you have kind of different shades in your hair, it is going to be quite difficult to match, and I would probably suggest getting a set that is lighter so that you can darken them and put things in them, because like put different colours in them. If you have like blonde hair with dark blonde foils, I suggest getting like the ash blonde or the bleach blonde and getting it dyed darker, because there really isn't a very extensive colour range if you are somebody with multi-tonal hair or highlights. If I had highlights again, I probably wouldn't purchase from them, just because, you know, you do have to then take them to the hair salon and get them dyed and matched up. So that's something I don't like. Another thing is shedding. Now, I've heard quite a few people on reviews say that these extensions do shed, and I do agree. Even the first time that I got these, before I'd even worn them, I brushed through them for the first time and a whole bunch of hair came off, which I don't think is terrific. And if you are out and about and you start like molting all over your clothes, it's quite embarrassing. So I'm not really a humongous fan of the fact that they shed, and they do shed quite consistently, especially when you brush. And it's not even due, in my opinion, to damage from like colouring or heat styling, because as I said, when I first got them and I brushed through them, there was a lot of shedding. So they do shed quite a bit, which I don't like. Another thing is that they're not very thick. I have one of the one clipped wefts here, which probably wasn't the best one to show you, but if you look at it, it really doesn't look that thick. Like, you can kind of see through it. Yeah, they're not really the thickest extensions, which in my opinion I don't mind, because I don't wear all of the wefts and I don't like them to be super thick. I like them to feel really natural and be really lightweight, so that throughout the day I just kind of think that my hair feels really light. I don't want it to be weighing me down and making me like all feel disgusting. So I don't mind that they're not very thick, but for 160 grams of extensions, you would think that they would be a bit thicker. And also I find that if you look at like the Luxy sisters videos, their hair just looks amazing. Like, it looks really, really thick and voluminous and healthy looking, but I just don't find that these extensions are really that thick when you get them. So I don't know why that is, but I just don't find that they're super thick. The next thing that I don't really like is I find the clips to be really hard to apply. I find that even if I kind of jab them into my hair to the point where it hurts, that they can easily come out. And you have to kind of keep clipping them back in my opinion. I don't like that at all, because it's just like a pain, really. It's a nuisance. So I don't really like the fact that the clips are kind of hard to apply when you're putting them in. It's just like, especially if you have, like, my hair isn't super thin, it's quite thick naturally, so if I straighten my hair and I put them in, it's just kind of hard to clip them in. So I'm not really a humongous fan of that. And another thing I don't really like is, in general, I don't find the extensions to be great quality. When you first get them, they're like amazing, but then the first time you use a heat tool on them or anything like that, they actually go to feeling kind of dry and matted and just tangly. And they can look it too, like at the ends, which you probably can't notice, because I find when I have darker hair, or when you have darker hair, your hair looks a lot shinier and a lot healthier compared to when you have blonde hair. But when I had blonde hair and my hair extensions were blonde, you could definitely see that it was just looking really, really dry and kind of unattractive. So I'm not a really big fan of the quality. As I said, like, again, when you watch their videos, their hair extensions always look super shiny, super, super good quality. But just in general, like in person when I'm wearing them, I don't think that they're as good quality as they kind of make out that they are. And I have washed these extensions and I've used a treatment in them and I've let them air dry and done everything, but they just don't really change in the quality, in my opinion. And obviously I have had these dyed and I do straighten them, so that obviously leads to them kind of being a bit less, but they definitely aren't as good quality. Even when you don't do a lot to them, they do tend to just not be as great even when you first start to use them. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of just jabbering on, but I just don't think that they're as good of quality as what they seem to be. So I think that's about it. I think that's all I really wanted to mention. I know that's not really a lot, but that's just basically the main points that I could think of, the things that I like and the things that I dislike. If I was to buy these again, as I said, I would probably get the 120 gram set, but the only thing is that if you are planning on getting a pair of extensions that you want to wear like every single day, I probably wouldn't recommend these, just because I do find that they do shed. They're not as great a quality. Yeah, I don't really like the quality of them. They're not terrific for like human hair extensions. But if you are just planning on kind of wearing them every now and again for special events, or if you're like me and you just kind of put them in when you're going out, then I think they're a little bit better. They're not the greatest extensions. I haven't actually like had a great amount of human hair extensions to kind of test out and compare, but from what I've seen from these, they definitely aren't the best. But if you are just kind of looking for extensions to kind of wear every now and again, and you do want something that's a bit better quality and that you can actually style, preferred to hair extensions that are synthetic or that you can't really do much with, then I would say, you know, they're not the worst extensions to kind of invest in if you are wanting to do that. But if you're wanting to wear them every single day, I probably wouldn't go for them. So yeah, I do like them, but they're not the best. They definitely do have their faults, and I'm not really a humongous fan of them for the money that I've had to pay for them, especially to get them coloured and everything like that. So I think that's about it. I hope I didn't blabber on too much in this video, and I did help you out if you were thinking about buying the extensions or any kind of extensions in particular. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. I filmed an outfit of the day video, so I don't know what one of these is going to go up first, but I am trying to get back onto making heaps more videos so that I can increase my channel and make it grow a little bit more. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!